What if I told you that the most popular player in women's basketball, Caitlin Clark, was never protected? Not by the refs, not by her league, and not even by the people cashing in on her success. Well, after ESPN dropped a story that shook the entire WNBA world, everything changed. But what really happened next? Stay tuned because this gets deeper than anyone expected. The setup. It started with a headline that stopped fans in their tracks. ESPN drops bombshell. Caitlin Clark was mistreated and never protected. Social media went wild. Fans demanded answers. Was the WNBA's biggest star really being treated unfairly? Turns out, the headline was tied to growing tension inside the league, a storm brewing between players, leadership, and fans. Minnesota Lynx star Napheesa Collier publicly blasted the WNBA, calling it the worst leadership in the world. She claimed Commissioner Cathy Engelbert allegedly said that players like Caitlin Clark should be on their knees, thanking the league for the platform they were given. You can imagine how that went over. Engelbert denied saying it, but the damage was already done. Players were furious. Fans were divided. And ESPN. They ran with it, sparking a national conversation about whether Caitlin Clark had been mistreated all season long. The controversy. Here's where things blew up. Clark, the face of women's basketball, had been targeted with hard fouls all year. Clips of opponents shoving or slapping her trended nonstop. Yet, refs seemed to let it go. Fans asked the obvious question: if this were LeBron, Steph, or even Sabrina Ionescu, would this be allowed? Even worse, when Clark voiced frustration about officiating online, she was fined $200. Meanwhile, players who fouled her hard walked away without consequence. So when ESPN aired that bombshell, it confirmed what millions already felt: Caitlin Clark wasn't being protected. And then came the breaking point: Clark's season-ending groin injury. Just like that, the biggest star in the WNBA was sidelined, and the league's most valuable storyline disappeared overnight. The aftermath. After the backlash, Commissioner Engelbert went into full damage control. She promised to do better, launched a new officiating task force, and agreed to meet with Collier to clear the air. But the fans weren't buying it. Hashtags like #ProtectCaitlin Clark and #WanbaFail dominated Twitter and TikTok. Behind the scenes, pressure mounted as the players' union prepared for tough CBA negotiations. The debate over fairness, pay, and leadership became the story of the WNBA, and Caitlin Clark was right in the middle of it, whether she liked it or not. So where does that leave things now? Caitlin Clark is rehabbing, the league is under fire, and fans are demanding real change. Was she mistreated? Many think so. But one thing's for sure: this controversy just made Caitlin Clark even bigger than basketball itself. If you thought this story was over, think again. Subscribe for part 2 because the next chapter could change women's sports forever.